IVM.
Hello and welcome to Football Twaddle. Baru is in the house.
What's up?
Oh God, why are you so lethargic?
We're back to those days when Kumar does not join us.
You mean a week later?
Yeah. Why is he...
Didn't he last week just tell that, yeah, I'll be there every week now?
God, man. This guy has no discipline.
What do we do?
I think...
Is he the new Arush?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should just tighten his leash or something.
Alright, let's start with whatever happened this weekend. Chelsea lost to Spurs.
Finally their
Unbeaten record is
gone,
broken. But more than that,
Arsenal fans get such joy, from the fact that another unbeaten record.
there's still two teams with unbeaten record.
Yeah, but City tried last year.
And they came very close to it.
No.
They did.
No.
They won 30 games, so they had to just win 8 more this season and they'll be done.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, let's come to this. Chelsea played so bad. Like, did you even watch any part of the game?
No, the fact that it was at Tottenham, I already knew. So it's not like Chelsea were bad or Tottenham were so good. It's just that the pitch was so disgustingly bad. Chelsea had no idea what hit them.
What?
Wembley, man. The typical Wembley pitch, and Chelsea were expecting to hold the ball and play the way they were playing all season.
But the pitch was so bad, you're saying.
The pitch was so bad. Tottenham was so used to playing on that shithole.
The first question I'd written down was how good is Pochettino, but apparently...
But that's what, it's not how good is Poch, it's more like how bad is Wembley, man.
Okay, so there's no credit Poch deserves for masterminding this amazing victory.
Nope.
You think Tottenham were that good or David Luiz was that bad?
Yeah. What was the whole dodgeball instead of football that he was playing, man? Like moving out of the ball's way. And he's a defender. He's supposed to stop.
I don't know what he was doing,
block.
dude. Kanav and I were watching this game together, and Kanav was like, "It's the keeper's mistake." I was like, little did the keeper expect that our man was just going to dodge the ball, and then he misses the ball again in the build up to the another goal. He had such a bad game. It just throwback David Luiz it was.
Yeah, I think you should throw him back to PSG or something now.
We bought him for 50 million from PSG. Oh God. And suddenly Pochettino also after the match he says, this Spurs side can do much better. Wasn't he the same guy a month ago saying that it's going to be a tough season? He was like Mourinho North London.
Well, he was just underplaying them, right? Like
for this
Mourinho
game.
West London.
For this game.
Yeah. Chelsea obviously had the upper hand going into this game.
No, but he said this after 3-4 weeks ago. It can't be with the Chelsea game in mind, right? He suddenly sang a different tune after they played so well. With Dele Alli especially, he played really good. They just cut out Jorginho from the game, completely. And then Kante had to he doesn't play that role anymore, and Kante had to do weird, just running around, not even collecting the ball, and the whole game plan was destroyed. I've never seen Sarri so angry. I saw Napoli for enough last 2 seasons, and he was shouting at them, and David Luiz was all this carefree. Yeah, I'll sort it out. And then the second goal goes, and then obviously Sarri goes in, shouts at halftime, comes back, and David Luiz don't worry, I'll sort it out. Third goal goes in. He's so bad. He seemed like Arsenal. Remember the heyday Arsenal defense before Mustafi showed up your defense? So this is what Sarri said after the game. I'm disappointed because we played really badly. I think we played very badly in all directions. Physically, mentally, technically and tactically. I knew we had problems with the performance today. And I think in the last 3-4 matches we have not started well. Today I did not like anybody. So
not even Kante?
No, he didn't. He was shouting at everyone. He was really angry. But I was just wondering if Mourinho had said the same thing of Manchester United, or are we so used to Mourinho for last 15 years when he says I don't like anybody playing, that we give Sarri yeah, come on,
Surely.
he can say it.
Yeah, you get to say these things like a couple of times, not all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine for Sari to say it.
Because there are only so many reasons someone can give, right?
Yeah, and he's given all of them.
Yeah.
He's covered every aspect,
Physical, mental, technical, and tactical.
all directions.
Yeah. So it's
Problems everywhere. Loved nobody.
So has Chelsea been found out now that stop Jorginho and that's it? You can like run all over them. Is it that easy,
This
Baru?
is the turning point
Of what?
the last time Chelsea won the season, they had that turning point when suddenly Conte realized that the 4-4-2 wasn't working and he switched to the 3-4-3.
Huh.
So this is the other part, the other aspect of that.
Jorginho is not working.
Yeah. No, now they're going down. Now everyone knows that Jorginho is the only one that's working.
But if he removes Jorginho, then
What, bringing Kante back into...
bring Kante back and play.
Kante got a 5-year contract extension.
Yes.
And he is the type of player who I'll never see leaving Chelsea because he just doesn't care about the money or anything, it seems.
Yeah, we
He
spoke
is
about
that
it. We spoke
type
about
of-
it a few weeks ago. No, that
Yeah.
our man goes to random people's houses
Has
and saves.
biryani at the place.
Yeah. So why can't you just bring Kante back and then put Azim's favorite player, Ross Barkley, along with Kovacic and just go for it?
Yeah, I mean, the last time we suggested Ross Barkley to come in, he actually scored a goal.
Yes. So that could be way forward. But yeah, poor Chelsea, man. I felt the performance was so bad. It's not even the loss. It was just like, it just seemed like watching Man U play. It was that bad. Yeah. So moving on from that depressing game, let's talk about King Claudio. He is back. Did you see the changes he's made to Fulham?
No.
That's because none of us did. The biggest change he made in Fulham was he just forced everyone to eat together. And that's it. Now they're winning games.
And you know what they say about, eating together.
Families that eat together stay together.
Defeat Southampton together.
Yeah.
God, how you...
I was literally
What
taking that.
childhood have you gone through?
Yeah, and why I picked it up is because there were 3 Fulham players spoken to post-match and all of them said, yeah, the boss has changed the way we are thinking completely. Now we are more focused. And they're like, whoa, so what has he changed? We now eat together and none of us are allowed to leave the table till everyone's finished their food.
Oh, God.
And that breeds camaraderie supposedly. So they knew the problems. They said there's so many new players who came in. The previous
that's true.
manager couldn't help us gel. But now we're
They
gelling.
spent 100 million
Yeah.
on the squad this season.
And now in a week they're gelling because they're just eating together.
Who knew?
Yeah, so take them to
Even if I ever take over a club as a manager,
Yeah.
that's the first thing I'm going to do.
Really?
Yeah, order pizza for them.
Not McDonald's.
No.
Will you scream dilly ding, dilly dong?
Nah, I think I'll pass on that aspect.
You will. Yeah. So Cyrus Christie said, no, his whole aura has been great. He's got a great personality, and one of the main things has been that everyone has been a team. Everyone eats their lunch together. That's it, dude. It's not rocket science managing a football
Let's
club.
write a book on it. We just copy a cookbook or something.
But
Rip the cover off and just call it like how to manage a football club.
yeah. So that's what. Now I think he's going to.
2 चम्मच चीनी स्वाद नमक स्वाद अनुसार.
पर सभी को देखना है. That is the key.
You have to maintain eye contact.
Yes.
Otherwise, what? Bad football for 7 years.
Yeah, but now after they won against Southampton, but you could see a few things. He had actually filled the team with defenders, and that gave Mitrovic, Seri, and Rashula a lot of time. And they actually paid. They went down 1-0, and Southampton fans were so cocky. Then they're like, "How shit are you that you're losing to us?"
Like a bitch, please.
Yes, exactly. So man, after they won the game Fulham, suddenly now Ranieri is linked with Drinkwater, Christian Fuchs, Okazaki, Robert Huth, his whole Leicester team, half of his Leicester team which won the league. So, Baru.
Well, this is the same team that were on 15th when he left, right?
Yeah, but
So,
you can win the league and then go 15th, right?
Yeah, but they've already checked that. So, I mean, the only thing that's left is relegation. So,
Are you saying that Fulham are not the favourites to win the Premier League next year?
no, don't hold me to that. I'm putting my money on the 5,000. You know, they've stopped giving those odds now?
5,000 to 1?
Yeah.
Why? You can give it on Cardiff. No way.
No, they've stopped it. They've like completely stopped it.
But why? I don't
I
understand.
think the max they're going to is like 200 or something now.
But betting companies wouldn't have lost that much money, right? They just lost them. How many people would have put money on Fulham?
Yeah, not many.
Yeah, but you know, one thing about Premier League this season is that Ranieri is the only manager to have come in mid-season. Or Jukanovic was the only one to be fired. Now, if Ranieri wins next week, you think we'll see like 4 firings in December from now to Christmas? Like Mark Hughes already now it started that.
Firing a manager is not like something new that they've stumbled upon.
But they haven't done it. Like they've done only one till December. If you see, remember previous seasons, we started talking after Frank de Boer, which was 4 games. We barely reached like September and we did it. Like,
why didn't we like put some money on Mourinho or something?
Yes, we didn't. But he was the first to be the favourite. But I think he'll last.
It was, will West Ham stay up? Or will Mourinho get fired?
Fired quickly, yeah.
Or what is yours?
Chelsea win the league or something? I don't know. I'll have to revisit that episode. But yeah, so what do you think, man? Now that Claudio Ranieri 1 week is done, what's going on there? How happy is everyone?
I think next up it's Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
It's Fulham versus Chelsea, so the
Tinker Man.
Is it at Chelsea?
Fulham.
I think it's Fulham.
Yeah, it does not matter, right?
I don't know, it does have some sort of a...
Craven Cottage is 16,000 people.
History to it.
It is the second smallest stadium in the Premier League after Bournemouth. Bournemouth actually had
10,000 or 11,000
11,000 people.
Arsenal just played there.
Yes, we'll come to that.
It was
actually,
like playing in Cooperage or something.
Let's talk about Arsenal right now.
The old Cooperage. Before the purists come and say, uska to sirf 2,000 tha, 4,000 tha.
So what is a new Cooperage?
They removed all the stands and built new ones, right?
They did? Yeah. Those stands are so dangerous anyway, the old ones.
Bombay played in Cooperage after like 7-8 years or something.
Mumbai FC.
They used to play in Pune.
Mumbai FC used to play in Pune?
Yeah. For the home matches because Cooperage was being redeveloped.
So when I went with you...
That was the second season back.
So it was already redeveloped by then?
Yeah. All those fancy rafters.
But they still did not figure that they had to put a net between the banquet
so that
garden
doesn't go into someone's wedding cake.
Our producer Ashish is just looking at us, what happened. So this is what happened, dude. There was an I-League match going on and there was a wedding going on in the next ground and some dude from Mumbai FC, I'm assuming, kicked the ball so high.
What was his name, man? The Afghani guy. Jalaluddin.
I don't know. He kicked the ball and it went into the wedding banquet and they had to just like get a new ball because wedding wale to nahi de rahe the.
से निकालना पड़ा था उसको.
धो के लाओ.
क्या butter chicken है ball?
Alright, let's get to Arsenal match quickly. Again, a match Arsenal didn't deserve to take a lead in.
But I think that's the goal of the season, man. What a finish, man. What a screamer.
Kuch bhi.
Kya goal tha?
Every goal of Arsenal, you can't say it's
no,
the goal of
Arsenal. Bournemouth scored that.
Yeah.
But what a goal, man. Like that, what a perfect connect.
How does someone score an own goal like that?
So clean, man.
Can you describe how the passage of play which led to own goal? Why would the Bournemouth player think that his goal, like he was scoring a goal?
He was actually hitting it on the left side of the goal. But his contact was just
so good,
just cushioned enough to like just get it into the goal. Even the keeper was like just staring at the ball. He's like, oh shit.
Begovic, right?
Yeah.
But kya hua? Like what happened?
Nothing. So he was cutting it back. I think it was Kolasinac. And this guy, my friend over here, just thought that what's Serna, right? What's his name?
I think so. I can't remember. I just saw the goal. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? And that was Bournemouth was actually playing well till then.
No, so Bournemouth, like as usual for all teams who play against Arsenal, were just looking for the counters.
Yeah.
That's how they actually scored their goal when Arsenal switched off. Like the minute first this own goal happens and then when I think 45 plus 2, 45 plus 1, Iwobi messes up on the other end. He doesn't take the shot first time, tries to like do a cute step over in the box or something. And these guys break. No one tracks back. Kolasinac is nowhere in the scene. Bellerin is actually like flipping over from his side to the other side to try and stop the ball. And King is like empty on the ball and he just scores a goal. So that is all Bournemouth were trying for throughout the match. And I think Arsenal had that second goal a long time coming. If it wasn't for that own goal, I don't think this was a Bournemouth match to win or draw.
So
anyway.
About that goal, Aubameyang, 8 goals with the least amount of minutes played.
Yeah, he's tied with Aguero.
Is Aubameyang having one of those Jamie Vardy seasons where anything he connects just goes into the goal? He's not even playing in position. Lacazette is the main striker.
I don't think so. I mean, I think Vardy had more shots in goal.
Yeah, actually. The season Leicester won the league.
Because 2 games back, not Bournemouth, I think it was Crystal Palace or West Ham or something. Right in front of the goal, 5 yards out, Aubameyang misses.
But that is not miss of the century. We'll come to that in the second half of the show. And last thing about Arsenal, Ozil, why wouldn't he play?
Well, we're playing Tottenham next, and Bournemouth wasn't like a great challenge. I mean, regardless of how good or bad they're playing.
Bournemouth wasn't a great challenge.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal, we're on an unbeaten streak, man. Like, 15 games now? I don't know. I've lost count.
Oh, God. All right. On that note, we take a break. Stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
Hey, it's been another great week on IVM Podcast. If you're not following us on social media, please make sure you do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This week we have a new history podcast, Echoes of India with Anirudh Kanisetti. The inaugural episode narrates the story of Gandhara, the melting pot of the ancient world where Indo-Greeks worshipped Greco-Indian gods. On Cyrus is joined by Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch. Varun recollects his early days as an intern on MTV Pakra, his many oddball jobs, and his new podcast, Advertising is Dead. Yes, that's right, he has a new podcast. Launching on the 27th, each week Varun will discuss the changes and developments in the business of advertising, branding, content, media, and a whole range of issues that exist within the industry. Episodes are out every Tuesday. On The Scene and the Unseen, Amit Verma is joined by author and journalist Matt Ridley to discuss the evolution of the universe, life, culture, our minds, and our futures. On the Geek Fruit podcast, Tejas and Dinkar slowly lose their mind while they're trying to process just how much they were disappointed by the Fantastic Beasts sequel. Last week on IVM Likes, Abbas and Surbi talk about Homecoming the podcast versus Homecoming the show. Also, we're reaching 100 episodes of IVM Likes soon. Share your favorite moments from the show with us and your most memorable recommendations. You can write to us at shows@indusfox.com. Also, send us a voice note if you can, and we'll play it on the 100th episode. And with that, let's continue on with your show.
Hello, welcome back to Football Total. Baru, as always, here. And Kumar is
as always,
not here. Alright, before we get back to whatever happened in Premier League, Baru, this guy called Ed Aarons wrote an article in The Guardian about all the players who will be out of contract next summer. And it caught my fancy first because Olivier Giroud will be out of contract
already
in June. Didn't he just join Chelsea?
Yeah, but I think Vogue have put in a transfer request for him.
Not Maxim.
All of them. They're just falling over each other to get his signature.
Yeah.
So he has better things lined up than Chelsea.
So let's look at Chelsea players who will be out of contract. There's David Luiz, Fabregas, Giroud, Gary Cahill. There's Lucas Payson, Willy Carvalho and Robert Green. We signed Big Willy and Rob Green. Rob Green we signed this season.
Yeah, but even you guys have a plus 30 1-year contract.
Yes.
Rule, right? So, I think it's...
Dude, there's so many...
It's not a good time for David Luiz to be performing like this, right?
Yeah. Who'll take him now? He'll go back to Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you think Chelsea will retain anyone? Because they already gave permission to Gary Cahill that he can go out on loan in Jan and he can leave to wherever he wants in summer. But
I think they'll definitely try to keep Oli G, because he is the type of player who, when Hazard has been playing with him, Hazard has been performing much better than how Hazard has been playing with
Morata.
Your miss of the season man, Morata.
He's not the miss of the century anymore. There's a Newcastle player.
What happened?
Matt Ritchie. We'll get to that. And looking at Arsenal list, so Aaron Ramsey, which...
Oh, man.
Was it a fax machine mix-up?
No, I don't.
He didn't get the contract, but Arsenal thought they sent the contract.
No, Arsenal forgot to sign in to the email app.
He's gone. Danny Welbeck is injured.
But doesn't look like they'll be giving him a contract.
One name which caught my fancy was Nacho Monreal. Why is he out of contract next season?
Yeah, that's just reflective of how Arsenal contract.
Is he about 30, Nacho Monreal?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he is definitely. But Monreal is one of the best players in our squad.
And
it's just stupid on Arsenal's part to let him and Aaron Ramsey leave in the same season.
yes, and then Petr is out. But you have Leno now.
He'll probably move up or something.
In Arsenal. too soon. Their Arsenal is booked there. They have Raul Sancheli. They have
Lehmann.
Yeah.
As a goalkeeper coach.
Yeah, so where will he go? Like Mertesacker already become children coach.
So that's the thing about Arsenal, right? They never really let their ex-players leave. You have someone or the other coming back all the time. Even Giroud is still active on the Arsenal Instagram account. He keeps saying yay, cheers, yay on every other post.
I think you should go.
And then people keep commenting oh legend, oh Giroud, you legend.
Alright. Then Everton have Leighton Baines and Jagielka. From last 15 years I can remember. These two were always in the Everton squad.
The old guard.
They're gone.
They always used to be FPL favorites, man.
No.
Yes,
were they?
Yes.
They always used to be
Arteta, Baines, Jagielka.
But they always used to be associated with David Moyes, those tough players to play against. They'll kick you everywhere.
Yeah, they'll get you points.
Yeah. And Leicester, this is the interesting part. Remember in the first half of the show, we spoke about Ranieri being linked to 5 Leicester players. All of them are out of contract. But the interesting thing is Wes Morgan, who was their captain when they won the Premier League, he is out of contract and Ranieri is not linked to him. How bad has Wes Morgan become?
He's wasted.
Yeah. Man City has suddenly become this cool thing. Kompany and Mangala are gone. Manchester United has a star among 9 of their names because all of them have 1 year contract extension possibility.
Oh.
So only
David De Gea, Anthony Martial.
And look at the people who can.
Juan Mata.
Not Juan Mata. All the people who have a 1 year contract.
Oh, Phil Jones,
clause.
Smalling, Damian.
Yes, Pereira, Valencia. And Ashley Young, Herrera and Mata.
Isn't this all their main players or something?
Yeah, but I think they'll try to keep Anthony Martial, David De Gea and Smalling.
Valencia.
And under Herrera. Valencia depends on if you get, now that Lindelof is injured for another 4-5 weeks, it really depends if they want to you talk with them. So that's it. So next year is going to be quite interesting and there'll be enough
even Tottenham is losing quite a few. Fernando Llorente, what?
Yes.
He's still there?
Yeah, you don't see him, right?
No. What is he doing over there?
Warming the bench. He's not even in the bench, I think. So then they have Michel Worm.
Should we just do the right thing and email Tottenham, remind them that they have a player called Fernando Llorente?
They're
They probably forgot about him or something. We'll be doing him a great service.
Doing Llorente a great service.
Nice lad.
Why can't I think Arsenal should just go for him? If he's just going to warm the bench, he may as well just sit in Arsenal, right?
No, we already have a lot of
bench warmers.
Wages being blocked by Mesut Ozil.
Yeah, but the biggest one of all this will be Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld, the rock of their defense.
What about Dembele, man? Don't you like Dembele?
But he's quite old, no, now. He's
like Conte senior for them, man.
Yeah, man. So next summer will be quite interesting.
Speaking of Conte, what do you think will attract Conte away from Chelsea, man? We need to find this guy's soft spot.
PSG.
Oh, he gets to go home or something.
Yeah, or Allah.
Yeah, these are the things that just attract people.
PSG,
you have to go for the softer aspect.
PSG wanted Conte, but they didn't push hard enough because they would.
And Conte is such a nice guy. He'll be like, "Chodo yaar."
Yeah, did you
I don't want you guys to feel bad or something, so he'll just suffer.
Der Spiegel was coming out with all these stories, right, of how Man City are big assholes and how PSG screwed up the system and everything. The only good story, positive story about football that came in that was Chelsea basically told Conte that for your image rights you're going to be paid so much. So if you want to open an offshore bank account for tax saving, if you want to save tax, we encourage you to open an offshore bank account. And we'll put the money in there. And Conte said, it's too much calculation. Just put it here. I'll pay whatever tax. God, he's such a good player. Coming back to last thing on this. You think Arsenal will go for... There's so many players given the Arsenal strategy of free transfers. There's so many they can pick up next year.
Martial, please.
No, he's not coming. Manchester United are not going to leave him.
Oli G, please.
Take him. So let's come back to Premier League. Benitez. Again, what's up with this guy? Why is he doing this all the time? Last year also he won 4 in a row and they were suddenly like 11th or 12th and they never went back to relegation. And this year again they won 3 in a row. They beat Watford, if I'm not wrong. And last time they just beat Burnley yesterday, 2-1. So what's up with Newcastle, dude? They don't buy any players. Their players seem so bad and they just win 4 games in a row somewhere at this point, and they're out of relegation.
See, that's the thing about Benitez, I feel, man. He's just one of those managers. Those.
What are those?
Gets his heels in and gets the job done, man. I mean, digs his heels in and...
No, he was complaining till last week.
Yeah, but look at him. I mean, three wins in a row. Who are they playing next?
Does not matter. They're already 13th position, right?
Yeah, but both the upper half and the lower half are like so close this time.
Yeah.
He's 1 win away probably from 17th.
Yeah, that's true. Let me tell you who are they playing next. They're playing West Ham. So Newcastle are playing West Ham next, and West Ham can be beaten. We know that because Manchester City just beat them this weekend. So if that is to go by for any example, you think Newcastle still stand a chance to make it 4 wins in a row? It's not that hard,
Yeah, I mean, of course it's not hard. I mean,
so you think looking at all this, our man Mike Ashley again will still decide that, this squad is good enough. I don't have to buy anyone. Let me just take more profits home.
Yeah, that would probably be the first thing on his mind, man. I mean,
you think he would have begged Benitez, please win 3 and let me just take my money back. He was about to sell the club, dude. He didn't sell it because he was getting
Pakistani buyers this time.
50 million lesser he was getting.
From what he bought it at?
No. So he wanted to sell it at about 400 and the consortium which wanted to buy was ready to offer 300, and if they stayed in Premier League last season they would have offered 50 more, 350, and he said no. He wanted 400. So I don't think the club anyone's going to buy also with Mike Ashley as owner. That's like a doomsday club. No one likes the owner. The owner doesn't care about the fans. The manager's like whatever.
And they're still winning 3 in a row.
Yes, exactly.
What a random club, man.
I know. So let's look at a few other things before we wrap up this podcast. Liverpool. Did you see the penalty shout against Watford?
When are you going to tell me about Matt Ritchie's miss of the century, man?
You want to talk about it right now?
What's with the suspense?
Fine. So Newcastle.
We spoke about Newcastle. You want to talk about? We spoke about, I don't know, goals.
Newcastle were leading 2-1. The game was evenly poised.
And this is where a dramatic soundtrack in the background comes in.
I don't know. Can we put a dramatic soundtrack? He's like that Vidya Balan from Tumhari Sulu. Main kar lega. So, and then there was a pass to Matt Ritchie. So the distance between you and me is what, 5 yards right now?
Less than 5.
So imagine a goal, empty goal. And I am Matt Ritchie with the ball. I hit outside the goal. Dude, 5 yards in front of empty goal, no pressure, and our man scores. I don't even know how he scored it on his left. It just went, and Newcastle fans were like, you know what?
Sell the club. Sell the club, sell him, sell everything.
You should see Twitter. They're like, who gave this guy football to play in his childhood? So that is the miss of the century, not Aubameyang. I've seen that. Morata misses, but he also scores from 5 yards open goal.
Have you seen that training ground video of Morata? He's doing some tricks and puts the ball up his shirt, runs past a defender, puts it back down and misses from 2 yards.
Yeah. That probably is the miss of the century.
Oh yeah, let's just stop taking things away from Morata, okay?
Dude,
don't give it to Matt Ritchie.
I actually like Morata. Okay, fine. Now that we're done, please, all of you, we encourage you to go to YouTube and Twitter and watch the miss of the century supposedly by Matt Ritchie. Benitez was angry. He seemed like sorry all over for some one moment yesterday. And Liverpool, man, again, they're getting so many referee decisions for them this time. It's unbelievable. When the game is 0-0, penalty decision goes their way, a blatant penalty, and then Liverpool go on to win. I think somehow this probably is their season. I have a feeling.
You sound like a Liverpool fan.
No.
Oh yeah, they say next season.
Next, I'm saying this. This is their season. And the last point about this podcast is, for all the Madison talk, our man gets a red card and he goes for diving
Did we have him?
No, obviously Kanav wouldn't have had him. But if that was so funny. Maddison gets a red card, and then you know what he tells in the post-match or whenever he gives an interview. Oh, that was embarrassing. I should learn from that dive. So I don't know what he meant. Should he learn good things from the dive or should he learn how to dive better? But yeah, anyone wondering, next week there'll be no Maddison forecast for the Fantasy Premier League because he's gone for diving.
Yeah, removed and put Brooks in.
Already? Like right now, while talking.
Before the game week, I got 5 points for him.
Alright, so is there anything? Next week is Tottenham, Arsenal.
Some good matches next week. We've got
one good match for you.
2 London derbies.
And there's Liverpool, Everton.
So West London derbies are like bragging rights are up for grabs.
For Kings Road.
Up for grabs.
And there's so what do you want to say about Spurs, Arsenal? We'll talk about prediction later, but do you think it's an easy game? I think
it's an Arsenal home game, right?
Spurs home game.
Let's just clear that up, God.
It is Spurs home game. Dude, why?
I don't trust you, man. Fine. Arsenal are losing this one, man. God, that bad pitch. So that's the thing, like Emirates has the best pitch in the league. If not the continent.
Yes. Oh.
No, they do.
You're going overboard with everything Arsenal this season.
No, not really.
But
yeah, they do. I mean,
the best pitch in the continent. Yeah, move on.
And Wembley is the worst.
So Spurs will be so happy.
In the world. Like even the Xavier's ground in Lower Parel is better than Wembley, I'm sure, man.
Alright, so Spurs are going to be so happy seeing a good pitch. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And so they'll play very well.
Wait, what did we decide? Kiska home game hai?
Arsenal.
Arsenal, na?
Yeah.
Fir to hum hi jeet rahe. I thought you said Spurs home game, so.
Oh.
Then it's an Arsenal
What
win,
did we decide, huh?
Should we tell the league? Like, do we change the... Bhaiya, ek kaam karo, agle hafte ka jo match hai na, wo thoda...
Alright, so that's going to be exciting. So, we will, next Monday, by the way, we have a special guest on our podcast. Stay tuned to that. There'll be a lot about Arsenal Spurs. So, just hope Arsenal win, otherwise it's not going to be nice.
Yeah.
A celebrity trashing Arsenal.
Yeah.
And then there's Liverpool, Everton. Yeah, so please follow us on Twitter @FootyTwaddle, Instagram Football Twaddle, Facebook Football Twaddle, and make sure you rate us on iTunes. This is Saru signing off from Football Twaddle.
Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta. I'm B50 on Twitter. I am the host of Paisa Vaisa, a show that talks money. On my show, I speak to experts from every field of money and finance. From stock markets, equities, debt funds, credit cards, life insurance, every possible area of money and finance that you can think of. We even did an episode on cryptocurrency. I've got fantastic guests from mutual funds to personal finance experts everywhere. Robo-advisory, startups, just name it, we've got it. At Paisa Vaisa, we help you make smart decisions about money. You work hard for money. Now make your money work hard for you. New episodes out every Monday, and you can listen to my show on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you have.
How aware do you think you are of your laws and rights? Do you look up to laws when you are caught up in situations? Do you know what your rights are when you're stuck somewhere bad? Well, here's a show that can help you move an inch closer to being aware of what your rights are. Tune into Know Your Qanoon with me, Amber Rana. This is a podcast meant to answer all your law-related queries. Catch Know Your Qanoon every week on the IVM website or the app or anywhere you get your podcast from.